Hi guys. Hope you're all right. Yeah, we're gonna go out in a minute, aren't we? Very soon. Yeah, you have a lie down up there, sunshine. All right. Yeah. Hello, Joanne. All right. Hello, Slug. How you doing? Yeah, there's this page. It's the actual truth, and I posted up. I think there's about 6 or 7 posts from there yesterday. I don't know who the hero is behind it. I really don't, but hats off to them, whoever's doing it. The page has been lost again, which is a damn shame. It disappears and it reappears, if you know what I mean. Obviously, I think they're, mass reporting it because that's what they do as a collective. They get it mass reported and they get it taken down because they do not want the truth getting out about this. You've got to sort of like start thinking to yourself, right, before that 6th time the police came, right, because obviously I was clueless as to why they were doing that, right, for the 6th time, definitely, but now I know, and now it was a misread, but the other 5 times that the police have turned up at my door, that's been them lot, making up bullshit excuses for the police to come and, bother me. And Laura Cooper phoning the police on Peter Greenall for something her and that bloody Wesley Mulhern said. But yeah, I mean, that actual truth, if it comes up and if I post something about it, yeah, if I just share the post, for God's sake, take a look at the screenshots, take a look at what they've been saying. And it's all these people that, that I've morning Slug, how you doing? It's all the things that I've described basically. Those 7 posts that I posted up yesterday, they don't even scratch the fucking surface. That is 0.0001%. Yeah, under that maybe. There is just tons and tons of abuse that they've been dishing out to people. I mean, Joanne's got 45 gigabytes. Pete's got bloody tons of it. He's probably got more, well, as much. Then you've got others, and they've got everything saved. I mean, if the police went through all of that information, it would take them bloody months to get to the bottom of it. Because it's that protracted. And obviously going back into the chat, you've got to sort of like, if you sort of read it from beginning to end, you did sort of like then realise why people were doing one thing, yeah. And how it turned into the shithole that it is today. Now, I bet you if I go back into my messenger in a moment, there I am, being re-added to it. I'll decline it, obviously, because, my phone's being examined, and I've never accepted anything. Well, I accepted once to tell them to stop bloody adding me, really. That's the only time. That's the only sentence I've ever written in there. All the other times I've declined. you know, and they'll just say, you know, oh, no, that's their latest one. Oh, Joanne's behind it. It's like, for fuck's sake. You know what I mean? Anything but, you know, anything but them, you know. You ought to stand those buggers up on stage and perform that Shaggy, It Wasn't Me. That'd be a sight for sore eyes, wouldn't it? You know, but if you did manage to read what I posted yesterday and what the content of those chats were, you know, through the actual truth page, then you'd have had an idea. But you know, and you know what they name themselves, like the UK's #1 paedophile or something like that, something along those lines. That's what somebody named themselves in the chamber. So if it opens up again and I do share a post from that, yeah, please take a look at the screenshots. Whatever you do, look at the screenshots, and then you'll know what I'm reporting. Because I don't know where this source is from. I really don't. It's probably one of the people that I know, but nobody's piped up and said anything. And to be honest with you, I'm not even going to pipe up and ask. I don't want to know. I know it ain't Joanne, because Joanne would have showed me that. Or the Joanne's actually got it. Probably got it. But it's probably back, you know, right back there in the archive. She probably has got it, actually. Because she's been methodical throughout all of this. She's recorded every bit of abuse. And when you think about it, you know, sometimes you say, oh, yes, sometimes people get angry and overreact. So would you. If you were a focus of attention for these animals, you'd lose the plot sometimes. You'd get, you know, pretty angry, pretty pissed off pretty quickly. I mean, I'm pissed off now, like, you know what I mean? And I haven't had up, well, I haven't had half of what these poor guys have had. Well, not even now, I haven't had a fraction of it. Not like this anyway. So, you know, if I do post anything like that, you know, before the page gets taken down, it's obviously they must be reporting it because, yeah, once you see what these people have been writing, yeah, you're gonna go, Sanchez, you're right, yeah, and you're gonna be asking me more questions. Who are these people? I've already told you. You know, just rewind. You know, the Mark Pickfords, the Wesley Mulherns, the Wayne Ritchies, the Kevin Ashleys, the Kay Leatherlands, the Lynn Saddingtons, the Ian Elkins, yeah, the Laura Coopers, the Danny Snows and the Nick Kens. I'm the Oliver Ferns as well, Oliver Ferns as well. one of the screenshots that this person posted yesterday was somebody exclaiming, I can't remember, yeah, stop talking about raping innocent kids. But they won't. That's what stuck out in my, in all the posts yesterday, is that sentence there that was in it. But it isn't, it isn't kids in general. It's on about these people that they're picking on, their kids. That's what they're on about, generally. I mean, sometimes they do skew off and talk about it, in the more general sense. Which is why I've had to, yell and scream and stamp and make sure that everybody knows about this place. I mean, it's been stressful, but I'm sure I'm going to have them. Along with Joe, Pete, and all the others that have been bullied by them. I mean, every single one of them. You see, the thing is, this is how it works. In that over there, in Ashley's head, and in that, yeah. If they don't like, so if one of them don't like anybody, yeah, just any random. If one person doesn't like this other person, they all start picking on that one person. They'll drag them into the torture chamber, and that's the way it works. And then there'll be no rhyme or reason to it. Then you'll have people making up things that their targets supposedly said, but they haven't. They just make it up. And then they try and get a bad rep, give you a bad rep, and then they try to broadcast it further afield to then get more people, to come and stick the boot in. That's exactly what they do. And that's exactly what Ashley does. He's the one that fields them in. And that Cooper does as well. So everybody thinks he's a goody two-shoes and butter wouldn't melt in her mouth, but I tell you what, I know differently. So, I've got to thank whoever it is who's running that page. I'm sorry it's been taken down again, or I don't know whether you've put it on to sleep or whatever. But if you put it on to sleep, I don't know why you don't put it on to sleep. And perhaps, I don't know, perhaps you're trying not to sort of get the page shut down. So you might be sort of, staggering it. I hope that's the case. But more likely, when she's posting, or he's posting, whoever's posting, she, he, who, I don't fucking know. Well, I would say, right, given the proportion of women versus men that they've been abusing, I'd imagine it is a woman. But that's just, that's just going off as a statistical thing. So I know it ain't me, and I know it ain't Pete. If it's any one of the others, they're just women, so it's got to be a woman, hasn't it? Because I can only think it is one of those people. There ain't any other blokes that are being abused by them, is there? Don't think so. No. Well, nobody's actually come forward, so. But yeah, do have a, do look for it. I mean, I'll try and, when it comes back on again, I'll try and share the page link and you can take a look at everything this person's posting. Mind you, bloody hell, honestly, they're so fucking deviant, right, that it might be one of those lot. trying to clear his name. Maybe. I hadn't thought of that actually. And that's also a possibility. That's also a possibility. Fuck yeah, I hadn't thought of that. Ooh. Because obviously, I'm assuming it's one of the victims in there, but perhaps, it might be one of the perpetrators trying to clear his or her conscience. I hadn't thought of that. The reversal, yeah. So when you do get nicked, they said, but actually, I was telling people about it to soften the blow. Maybe that, yeah. That isn't beyond the realms of possibility, is it? And Christ, they've not managed to get caught for 2.5 years, and they've been bloody clever about it. I will grant them that they've been bloody clever not to get detected by more people than they actually were. That's a good thing. In a way, well, it is. It isn't. It isn't. Obviously, it would have been good to find out about this a lot sooner than we have. But equally, if they've been doing it for that long, then, well, they're fucked, aren't they? Because that has to be a prison sentence, for that amount of time, for that amount of abuse, over that period of time. It ain't only that, the content of what you've been saying, what you've been doing, the criminal damage, the threats to firebomb. But then, Ashley was on his charm offensive last night. I still got earache. Trying to show his nice side. He hasn't got a nice side. That's my point. He's trying to, that's how stupid he is, but he's a nasty piece of work. But last night was an attempt to go, oh no, how could it be me? Look, I'm a nice person. No, you're not. And I am, believe it or not, sort of 99% of the time. But if you get the abuse like I've been getting, honestly, it does trigger you off. You know, it does, it can. You know, you'd never get reactions like that. You know, in the old days, if you'd left me the flying fuck alone. But no, they can't, can they? They just want to keep on, yeah, pushing your buttons. And they get a kick out of it. They get this sick, twisted kick out of it. And you know, and it's not only that. Who has the time and motivation to actually troll somebody? Well, not troll. It's more than trolling for 2.5 fucking years. You know, I mean, it's astounding. That is mad. That's fucked up. You know, surely you've got better things to do in your life, with your life, than actually sort of like concentrate on the destruction of Joe Mossop, or the destruction of me, or the destruction of Peter Greenall, or the rest of us. You know? How you think you're going to achieve that with me is another thing. And how you think you're going to achieve that with the other two? You're not. All the others, Heidi, Andrew, you know, and a few others that have come forward about them. See, when we got all those, yeah, well, because I mean, there's still got to be a few more CRN numbers actually posted forward to the police, but we're gonna be phoning the police officer dealing with this today. I did call her a couple of days ago. She hasn't got back to me, but then they are busy. But now I know why the police called. Yeah, I'm not so angry with the police. I am angry that they haven't done anything about that, about this, or took my complaint seriously in the first bloody place. You know, I'm still going to complain about that because, yeah. But as far as, yeah, now I can see, yeah, it was a genuine misunderstanding, right, between, yeah, Josh and I, and Josh misled, and that's all right, yeah. But at the end of the day, he did the right bloody thing. You know what I mean? So, you know, I can't be half as annoyed with the police as I have been. So I didn't know what I thought. It was one of those lot. Obviously, you would, wouldn't you? You would. But probably by him doing that has probably done me a massive favour in the long run. I mean, it's been a pain in the ass, And it's done this cause a lot of good as well, actually, to get these people stopped. Because naturally, I've been going apeshit because it's like, these people making false reports. Ashley's already rescinded his complaints about me to Avon and Somerset Police. And then he's tried to phone them up again the other day to get me sectioned. It's like, well, what do you want? Although all that was crap, but actually, right, he sectioned it. I mean, for God's sake. You think they're going to listen to you anymore, you fucking dumb-headed cunt? They're not, are they? He's like the boy that cried wolf. Well, they all are. No, 5 lots of police officers at my property during lockdown. Between 4:30 in the morning and 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, and sort of like, from to mid-afternoon. It's like, it's been that cycle. Mid-afternoon, mid to early, late afternoon, right the way to 4:30 in the morning, yeah? 5 o'clock in the morning, whenever they turned up. That was the first time, that was. Another one at 12:30. That was the 5th one. That was when public toilet he was giving me funny phone calls, and I answered in front of the WPCs. I said, I don't know who this is. I said, it's going to be one of them. I said, right. I said, who is it? He goes, oh, hello, it's Wayne. You know the way he talks. Oh, hello, it's Wayne. Then, right in front of the police officers, right? And I'm on my own property, and he'd called me God knows how many times that night already. I told him I'd breaking him to, and I called him a very, very naughty name. And I put the phone down. I said, I do apologise about that. Then he's going, oh, I've recorded that. I said, well, no, you haven't. You haven't got my permission to record it, you Burke. You never did. Yeah, you didn't say, oh, I'm recording this. Yeah, you didn't say that. With your permission? It's like, no, you didn't ask me that. So it's not admissible. So F off. Like, I said, you see, this is how I know things and you don't, you prick. That's why I could say exactly what I said. Yeah. So I know you had no permission to record me and whatever I'd said. If you go, oh no, you said this, right? It's like, nah, sorry, sorry, dude, you didn't have my permission. So therefore, in a court of law, it's inadmissible. Boom. See ya. Then I showed them the message from the former hunter saying that people had died through the bullying, and they said, yeah, we're gonna have to pass this up to investigations. And then obviously, 6th time, fair shout. Yeah, I can see how the police and the decoy got the wrong end of the stick, but shit happens. Sometimes shit happens, right, for the weirdest of reasons, but and for the shittiest of reasons as well. Yeah, you're innocent, but actually that has probably been the breakthrough, getting my devices seized. And that's quite a weird thing to say now, isn't it? After all of that nonsense I went through. But it's probably one of the best things that have happened. Because, when the police were here looking for this, apparent hard drive, they assumed it was a hard drive. No hard drive was mentioned. It was a police assumption. They're still looking for a hard drive, even after I told them that I had no computer. So why would I have a hard drive? They're still that dumb. They kept looking for it. Never mind. And then they missed my decoy phone in the garden. I told them at the time it was in the garden. Then I was telling them about talk to chamber. And when I handed my phone over, I said, "Well, I've just called the police actually, asking for this device to be examined. So I want to know where the 700 plus funny phone calls have been coming from, and I want you to investigate talk to chamber too. This thing that I reported, yeah. So hopefully, they're gonna do that." So those 5 futile attempts, those bullshit attempts, just to send the police round for no fucking reason whatsoever, yeah? The 6th time, yeah, when they might think they've actually got something. I can see how they've misread, what's being said, but yeah, that decoy now knows I'm innocent. I know I'm innocent. Yeah, there's a lot of people know that I'm really, really, really innocent. You know what I mean? They'll tell you otherwise, this other side, obviously. So yeah, I mean, some of the most fucked up things happen for the best of reasons. That's how I'm looking at this now. And that's why I know they're fucked. See, it's that old crying wolf. Yeah? Because for the 2 weeks I didn't have my devices for, I was banging on about you lot and your hate campaign. Now, obviously, first of all, I put 2 and 2 together and got 5. I thought it was one of those lot. But it's a really good, well-meaning individual, and I can only commend him for it. Pat him on the back, say well done. But all I was trying to do is sort of like I didn't trust sharing this with anybody because I didn't know what side were people, or you know what I mean. It's that bloody confusing that you're only sharing this with the people that you absolutely 100% fundamentally trusted not to share. You know what I mean? So. That's the methodology. Well, that's what, and if I, and then not only that, I'd need that, if I wanted to share it, I'd then go to them and ask them permission as to whether I can do so or not, because that's just bloody common courtesy, If they say no, it's like, all right, fair enough, and you drop it, like that's fine. But yeah, that's the sort of like traffic light system that I go through before I can release something to somebody else, and I've got to ask the source whether I can release it to them, but not obviously give the source's detail. They're going to get them. And I think, this is where their stupidity has caught up with them. Because I've had, like I said, 5 cop visits in quick succession. Then I have this happen. And obviously they're looking at, well, why has he had 5 police visits? Yeah? They're going to be looking at all that. And they're going to be looking at my report. And they're going to have to look at my phone and take a look at, exactly what's been going on. And then they're going to be taking a look at your phones, hopefully. Yeah, and that's going to be embarrassing. But for you, there's no embarrassing on those phones. You know what I mean? Apart from one video, which is like me and my ex-girlfriend having sex, but I mean that's a different fucking story. I'm not embarrassed. You know what I mean? That's just for style points. Oh dear. That and that Stephen Booth from Tewkesbury, who I'm due in court to testify against, I believe. That's why I want the bloody phone back. Never mind. Never mind. All of this will come out in the wash. Now, how do you take 10 people out at once? Oh, you're about to see it, I think. And I do really, truly believe that the ones that do have minors, you know, their children living with them, I sincerely believe that they ought to be put into the care system, because if you're indulging in chat like that, then you're a liability, basically. You're not fit to have kids. So yeah, it's been very shitty, but it's all been for the best. Let's put it that way. It's been a shitty experience, but it's all been for the best. That's how I'm going to encapsulate this. You know, this is how, you know, this is what it is now. To me, anyway. But their first error, and the errors that they continue, the first error is ever letting me sort of like realise what that chamber was in the first place. That was their first bloody mistake. Letting me know about it. Well, they've been making mistakes ever since. So, yep. You're going down. Catch you later. Bye bye.